Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Xoxo. I'm back again with another video after like a month. So this video is very interesting. I decided to come back with like one of the juiciest stories ever. And I'm gonna tell you about how my car got stolen yesterday. I posted it on Instagram and Snapchat like today, and like everybody was like, what happened, this and that, da, da, da. Don't worry, my car is safe and sound with its mama in my driveway. But if you would like to find out what happened, keep watching. Alright, so we're gonna get straight into the story now. Okay, so yesterday was Saturday, today's Sunday. I was on my way to work and I was covering for one of my girls at work, her morning shift, and I don't usually work mornings. So I got into like, the shift starts at like 7:30, so I got to work at like 7:30, and I'm parking up my car, and I never worked mornings, so I didn't know what time I had to pay meter. So I went to like check the sign that was like legit 5 feet away from my car. So I got out of my car, it was still on or whatever, and I walked to read the sign, and some guy hopped into my car. And I thought it was like somebody playing games with me. I thought it was like somebody from my job that just hopped into my car and is just like looking at me. So I was like, what are you doing in my car? And then I realized it wasn't somebody I knew. So I'm like, what are you doing in my car? Like, standing in front, like, what? So the guy decides to move towards me, like if he's about to hit me. So I had to like move off. Freaking out, like, what the? Like, I was going crazy. So then he just drove off, like sped off after he tried to hit me. And then I seen what block he turned into. Like, he made a right into 50th Street. So I called my dad, freaking out. I didn't even call the cops first. I called my dad. I was like, Dad, someone just stole my car. I don't know where he thinks he's going. What is he doing? He really just took my car. Like, I was going crazy. Then I called the cops right after, and there was like a ticket officer or whatever giving out tickets, and I told him about it. He didn't do nothing about the situation while I was on the phone with the cops. So I was like, you know what, just leave you alone. I ran into my job, I told them what happened, then I ran back out. While I like ran back out, there was cops outside, and then they were like, hop in. So I hopped into the car, and now we're like driving around looking for my sorry, boo boo. Now we're driving around looking for my car. He's circling all over the area, this and that. He's like, do you know what he looks like? I'm like, yeah, he has his scruffy, he has a red shirt on, like, he really just drove up in my car. And we're like over here driving all over the place looking. And there was some lady passed out on the floor, and we had to stop because I forgot I was in a cop car. And they were like, excuse me, cop, excuse me, there's a lady passed out on the floor. And we're like, oh my God. Like, the cop was even frustrated. He was like, oh my God, we really have to deal with this right now? Like, we really have to deal with this right now. So they had to come out, see the lady, and then they had to call backup. So backup came and took care of that. So we're still driving around. They're like, what's your license plate? They were like going so hard to help me find my car. And I'm in the back seat like, yeah, let's go. Like, calling my dad, like calling Mercedes-Benz, calling everybody. Like, I was like so furious. I didn't know what to do. But I'm like, it's crazy because they're gonna catch him, because with all the surveillance and everything going on nowadays, it shouldn't be hard to find him. And then so they took me back to the precinct after like 10 minutes of us driving around, whatever. Then they got a picture of him on Queensboro Bridge. So there's legit a picture of him like in my car like this, driving on Queensboro Bridge. When I seen that picture, I was so livid. Like, I was like, he really think this is his car? Like, I just got GTA'd. I'm like, my son think this is a whole game, driving in my car. Like, how far did you think he was gonna go? So then they got like pictures of like my license plates flashing. Like, then my car ended up in Brooklyn. This nigga was in Brooklyn. One of the cops called the precinct in Brooklyn. He's like, yo, put a lookout for this, da da da. Told them my license plates, told them everything. And then after like an hour, they caught him in my car. And the funny part is, I had an NYPD vest in my car. He had on my NYPD vest on when they pulled him over. And he told the cops that it's his mother's car, that he walked from the Bronx to Times Square to come pick up the car, and his mom needed him to come get it. And The most funniest part is he told the cops his mom name was Keke. His mom name was Keke. Really, like Drake. Keke, do you love me? Yo, when the cops told me that, I started dying. I was like, yo, what is wrong with him? Like, is he like psychotic or what? I was, it was just so funny. And then on top of that, he told the cops that they're wasting his time and that he needs to go, and that he left his briefcase and his phone in my car. What briefcase? What phone? Like, my God, you didn't have nothing when you hopped into my car. And we looked at each other like, you had nothing. Where were you going? Where? And on top of that, I had my breakfast in the car. Like, I was upset. I did not have my hash browns or my coffee or none of that. Like, I didn't even have my uniform to go to work. I was just like, oh my God. I just want my baby back. I was so upset. And it was crazy because I had to wait to do a lineup in Brooklyn. So like, the cops, like some officers came to get me from the city to take me to Brooklyn. And while they're taking me to Brooklyn, like, there's a tunnel you have to go through to go to Brooklyn. I don't go to Brooklyn that often. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Brooklyn. But the tunnel I had to go through, it's very like small and narrow. So I'm like, how did this crazy guy get through this tunnel without not a scratch or a hit on my car? I was like, how did he do this driving like 80 miles per hour? Like, he must have not been really crazy then to do all of this. So then I did the lineup, all that, whatever. I knew who he was right away. Like how can you forget something like that? Like, I looked him dead in the eye. I knew who he was. And now we're waiting to see what happens. But I finally got my baby back. Nothing was out, nothing was missing, nothing was taken, thank God. There was not a scratch on the car, which I am so grateful for. I was like, oh my God. I was like, thank God. I was so happy to get it back, and it's just like, my baby is back in my arms. But it's like, still like he really thought this was a real life video game or something, apparently, because he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know where he was going. Like, he was obviously confused and crazy at the same time. Like, when they took me in that room for the lineup, I just wanted to spit on him. Like, I swear to God, I just wanted like right on his face. I was so upset, but I was so happy they caught him. I have to go back to court Friday to see what happens, stuff like that, but he's in jail. Thank God. Thank God. I don't know what was wrong with him. I don't know what's going through his head. I didn't even get to talk to him. Like, the officers didn't even tell me anything that happened, but besides when they arrested him. So we shall find out more on Friday. Anyways, as long as my baby's safe, Bella's back and better, you know. And I'm sorry I've been ghost a lot. Like, I don't even know what to explain, but I'll be back with new videos, new hauls, new challenges, new everything. So stay tuned. Oh, that was a nasty burp. I'm sorry. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Anyways, love you guys. See you soon.